One of the greatest lines ever to be vague is simply the title of this album. But you know, it is what it is. It Is What It is the fourth studio album released by Thundercat. This artist is very new to me, and I was very happy to be able to listen to this. I think I've made a couple of comments recently in the last few months, I guess, about just not feeling like I am finding enough R&B that resonates with me. I don't need it to be like 90s classic oriented R&B. I just need it to actually speak to me in some kind of way, or at least get my attention. I would love for it to just do that. And funny enough, an album with the title as, I guess, cliche as It Is What It Is caught my attention big time. This is an album that definitely leans on the right kind of necessity of great production, but also understanding that instrumentation complements it very well. And Thundercat, at least in this album, I need to find out more about the rest of his discography, but at least in here, his vocals are interestingly made and suitable, at least for the era that we're living in at the moment. We'll get a little bit of synth, we'll get a little bit of funk, we'll get a little bit of just plain R&B-ness-esque mood, just all of that combined, and so far you make me a happy camper when you give me those as I see them as essential basics. And it's kind of hard to pinpoint a couple of the songs that I really want to highlight, although I do have two in mind. It really comes down to the songs that I have the most personal nitpicks with, I suppose. But I'll mention the positives first. Interstellar Love. Yeah, set up the jazzy mood right here. And once again, I feel like for at least the third time in reviews for this year in 2020, we have a great saxophone solo in here. And it really complements the background vocals, or vice versa. One of the two. They blend well together. The other song I would really like to highlight is Fair Chance. This song happens to feature Ty Dolla $ign, who, once again, I'm going to commend, is a great vocalist and complements a lot of songs he's a part of. I have yet to really make my opinion on, as a solo artist, what he's really capable of. I'll have to dive into his personal discography in order to figure that one out. But then there is also Lil B, and I don't know much about this artist in particular, but having a second featured artist did worry me just ever so slightly. But all in all, they all worked really great, and there's a lot of great guitar. There's plenty of other songs in here that I could just recommend just because of simple things like Dragon Ball Durag, which has great saxophones, by the way, but also just lyrically, it's like, okay, you're being, I think, intentionally a little silly, but it kind of works, and I kind of just get a funny, cheesy smile on my face when listening to it. I also enjoyed the song Overseas, which had a very funny ending. You should go check that out. Also the song I Love Louie. This has kind of a surprisingly fast drum beat in it, and for some reason I feel like I should be bothered by this. It feels like the tempo is trying to push it a little too quickly, a little too fast, but it actually draws me in more to it. So maybe in a way I'm feeling like I'm dragging and I need to keep up with it. The song How Sway. There's a synth keyboard solo in here, and it's very on point. Okay, so I could keep going, really. I really could with the positives, but I want to get a couple of things that I was a little nitpicky at. I want to wrap it up, and then I want to get my recommendation out there because it's going to be one of those where I feel like so far this year is something I want the rest of you to go check out as soon as possible after I'm done saying what I have to say. The song Black Qualls also has a lot of good features on here, and I don't actually have too much to really negatively say other than the fact that every once in a while the vocals can get ever so slightly muffled. And the songs Unrequited Love and the title track, It Is What It Is, I would in fact re-listen to them, but both have small moments where I feel like the production tries to go a little off the rails. It's like a very quick bump that just takes me out of the song for a moment, and I'm just like, that could have been avoided. So just, something small. Maybe it's a nitpick. Maybe it's just me. I don't know, but it's something I noticed. I don't know a lot of people who have listened to this album, and I would love to be able to change some people's minds and give this one a shot, because it is something that I think a lot of people would give a chance if they knew about it. So go to your streaming service or YouTube or whatever mode that you choose. Give this album a shot, or a few of the songs a listen. If you want to check out the highlights that I mentioned, yeah, do that. I guarantee something's going to catch your ear. So after having listened and reviewed this album with production of 97%, creativity 92%, expression and lyrics 88%, I'm going to give this album a yeah. As evidenced in my percentages and some of the comments I've made, there's enough nitpicks for me to be able to say not everything is grasping me, but overall, it's pretty high up there still. So, yeah, please give this one a shot. I think this one is going under the radar unjustly. I don't think it is the thing of the year so far, but I think that there's so much more value in it than we have heard from it so far. But I'm telling you, you're not going to regret listening to it, so please heed this, and I'm pretty sure you'll be thankful. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff down below so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.